that play. They didn't get him right away. He was able to break a tackle, but he couldn't get...
Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Going the other way, and he's got room.
Defensive backs have tough jobs. I mean, you think about whether you play nickel, whether you play dime, whatever it is, you put more DBs on the field. It's more speed. It's more guys that can cover, but they also got to cover that ground. But to cover the ground and make the pick, a lot of times you don't see that. Superb effort by that guy.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
In football, you hear the term quick but don't hurt. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
It's complete on the right side. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
They'll try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on 4th down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, Broncos! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Looking for a man. It's Glagway. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Clark. Oh, he's got some space. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. He leaves it with his back. Got the first down, looking for more. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man, it's Wilson. He'll step out of bounds just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play. And the Gators can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Caught near the sticks. It's Brown. He's into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 47. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Here comes the option. He'll pitch it. He steps out of bounds, and that'll be the end of quarter number 3. That's the end of the quarter, and Boise State has the lead. They've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down. The Gators moving quickly to the line. That's reeled in. It's Sturdivant. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Oh, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Going for it all. Into the house. Touchdown, Gators! Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Coming out with it, it's Riley. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Boise State ready to send out that offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
They want that clock to run. Past the first down marker and still running. Racing down the left side. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Broncos! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Gators sending the offense back to work. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
That last completion sets him up on second down.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Looking downfield, it's Lagway. Another incompletion on third down.
I think at this point of the game, down 2 possessions, the passing game, you just have to be a little bit sharper. And they don't look like they're in rhythm. You saw it on that last third down. I think you got to go now if you're on offense on fourth down. The sense of urgency is cranking up, but you need to be more precise in the passing game.
Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Oh, better look out! They'll run him out of bounds, but look what's on the ground. Penalty marker.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
Defense really hurt itself with that penalty. Now it's 2nd and 5. They'll leave it with him. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16. Getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Quick catch on third down. Touchdown, Boise State. Haul that baby in and then end zone for the score.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a masterclass in offensive productivity.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth.
14.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Abrams. He's got great speed. Got a little room. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Well, great job by the hands team receiving there. They're able to spot the kick, fall on it, make sure they keep possession, secure it. Nice job.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. All by himself down the middle. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Broncos. That one might have put the finishing touches on this game.
This one is over. Game, set, match. The defense had a chance to maybe kind of keep their team in it, but the offense said, take it to the locker room.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. Let's see what he can do with the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Dropping back, it's Lagway. He's taking a deep shot. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in, you could tell. They were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. It's incomplete, trying a little razzle-dazzle there, but it'll be third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Second down, they'll go to the air. Rush is on him. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Trying play action. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that's a good good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Flying down the left side. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Broncos!
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection.
The fake, and he wants to throw. And they'll knock him down.
Is no good.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd.
21.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Just a tremendous return. Great run, great speed and vision to really set up this offense. He almost got totally loose on that one. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Going deep. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Knocked in the air and incomplete as that pressure denies the pass toward the end zone. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
And the Broncos come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Under fire. Got it behind the line. It's Riley. Clock is stopped. Timeout used by the defense. 14 seconds left.
And, man, that is not the third down execution you want. Trying to get it to a playmaker so he can make plays. He gets nowhere, actually loses yards, and brings up a fourth down.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Trying to get it to the marker. Got a little space. Runs through a tackle. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock. The Broncos with the 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Sherrod. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things that are going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, Carter Finley Stadium and home to the NC State Wolfpack. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Boise State Broncos, taking on a team from the ACC, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. That's some way to start this game. They're lining up for an onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do.
All right, let's get it. Right. Let's go.
They'll go to the ground. Almost had a lot more room there, but he'll go out of bounds at the 36.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And we talked to the coaches coming in, right? Like, they knew they were going to see the option. But the speed is so much faster in the game, and the offense does a really good job getting it to the pitch man pretty quickly, making that read and making a play early in this.
There he goes! On the Houdini-like moves, get it to the 22.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
NC State might think about going for a big one on second and short. Gives it on the option. Plows through the defense. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
He's got it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
Really nice job there of the quarterback reading coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on third down, setting up first and goal.
DB's locked up tight on the receiver. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. On the option. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution with the scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
And he tacks on the extra point. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man, it's Marshall. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Plenty of time as he fires it to the right. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
And that is a big-time play for the offense. The defense knew coming into this game they had to keep this guy bottled up and keep him in the pocket. That didn't happen there. He was able to buy time, extend the play. Receivers are in scramble drill mode. He finds a guy. He's accurate, off schedule, And the defense now has to do a much better job keeping this guy contained, or they are going to get lit up just like that.
Now from inside the red zone. Headed to the end zone, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Boise State! The extra point here would tie the game. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Tight end now in motion. The lone back's got it. Picks up the first down. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
They're going to ride this running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Now, what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
When you run the football and then throw in the play action, it's such a tricky thing for the defense. Do I play run? Do I come up fast? It opens those holes right behind the linebackers and between the safeties to make the passing game just a little bit easier.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires on the move. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. This is a hard game and a hard position to play. But if you're the starter at this level, you cannot miss that throw.
No, you can't, and they don't miss that very often. I mean, those are the throws that usually say big plays on. Receiver gets a step, gets open. That's not one that they usually miss.
No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. That's caught. It's Grimes. He gets it to the 34-yard line, but excellent 3rd down defense, and 4th down's coming up. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Trying to get behind the defense. And he reels it in inside the 30. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening. This attack so lethal with that big play capability. Now 1st and 10 from the 29. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. To the air, it's Madsen. With the catch, it's Sherrod. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the 1st down. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos! They'll try to add another to their lead.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Off play action. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
You know, as a defensive back, you want to force the quarterback to make plays way outside, towards the sideline. That's a long throw. It requires a lot of arm strength and a lot of touch at the same time. Great job forcing the play out wide, making the big interception.
Makes the grab. It's Sherrod. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. New set of downs after the completion. From the gun, the running back has it. Turning it on. Makes it past the marker. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and this offense is threatening with a first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. And the Broncos will line it up on 1st and 10. Quarterback may change this route. Back to throw, it's Madsen. Grab behind the line, it's Sherrod. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
There's the pressure. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Quick completion on the out. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Off the play fake on first down. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. The Wolfpack put themselves in a hole here on 2nd down. Gets the back moving. Dropping back, it's Bailey. Swings it out to his running back. Show him a little juke, and he's up to the 30 before he's brought down.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Off the play fake. And the rush will get to him at the 25. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. That earlier sack really set them back, but they'll still go for it here. Pulls it in. It's Grimes. Still on his feet at the 45. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. They needed a big play, and they got it, and the foot down for the first down. You get that turnover, and you try to punch them hard immediately on the first play, and they come up with a big gain.
And when the defense is running on the field, you are thinking sudden change, sudden change. When they create a turnover, a lot of times offenses want to be aggressive. They were, and they get rewarded.
Dangerous screen into traffic. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Back to pass, it's Madsen. Looking to scramble. Going to try to get it himself. And what moves this guy has. The jukes, the wiggles, the squirts just went right past him and picked up the first down. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. No good. Missed the field goal, but still a two-touchdown lead at 14. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, how about that? You come out of a locker room, you just had a little bit of a break, you rested, you told your club we're going to come out, and now we're going to be aggressive. We're going to kick an onside even though we're winning and you failed. Now this defense better step up and respond.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on second down. Oh, he wants it all. No, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. He'll try to take it back. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. And on the opening drive of the second half, you've made adjustments, but sometimes you underestimate the fact that the defense is ready for your adjustments.
And they've made their own adjustments as well, and they're allowed to sit there in the locker room and think and wonder about how you're going to attack them coming out of the tunnel. Great job being ready to go at the start of the second half by the defense.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Wants to throw. It's Bailey. It's complete to the left. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it. There's so many ways to use them, but exactly. Get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
Wolfpack will have 1st and 10. send the tight end in motion. On the ground, it's Smothers. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
Second down coming up.
Offense bringing in the big boys, heavy personnel. They'll send the back in motion. Leaves it with the back. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
Third down coming up.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. They'll give it to the back. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off, and he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Looking for more room. The 30. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Boise State. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not...
It's a fake, and the kicker's going to throw it. He makes the grab in the end zone. They must have seen something on film as they turn the fake into the 2-point conversion.
Boise State 29, NC State 7.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Smothers. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Looking for a man, it's Bailey. Pressure coming. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Trying to take it back. Finally brought down. The what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the 1st half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
They'll move the tight end. They'll run play action. Quick strike complete. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3.
And we haven't called his name a lot, and I think this offense, they need to find a way to continue to manufacture touches for the big tight end. And I don't care how you do it. I don't care where you line him up. He's that good, and if I'm this offense, I'm going to find him more often.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Broncos!
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And a special teams miscue as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Quarterback empties his backfield.
Check. Red 70, get ready.
Back to pass, it's Bailey. With the catch, it's Rodgers. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
We've reached the end of the period. Boise State has the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. They go back to work in the final period of this one. To the air on first down. Release to the back. Grabbed in the middle. It's Smothers. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like
touchdown, Wolfpack! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
Well, you got to love the attitude of this team. I know they're still down by a lot on the scoreboard, but a really nice job by the quarterback. Accurate throw in that touchdown pass.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change it.
Breaks into the open. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Looking to throw, it's Madsen. He'll loft one deep down the left side. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Off and running. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Broncos!
And if I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
He'll try to tack on one more. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a big play up top, going 63 yards to the house. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's coming out of the end zone. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. He'll step out of bounds at the 23-yard line after a productive play for this offense.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Throws to the tight end. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And they'll take over.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Finds his big tight end. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. How valuable is a tight end in the red area? Now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
I love it. Find the big fella down in the red area. Big target, works the middle of the field, easier throws. Nice job by this offense, keeping it very simple.
The Broncos trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
For the extra point.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it off with the score from the 4.
NC State 14.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough.